Hi there. Now we're on to the sixth step. So you're really starting to get your business sorted in your own mind. How are you going to do it? You're starting to put things in place, ready for it. And now you need to create some content. Now, what do I mean by content? If you remember on the last video, I talked about the hub, the blog, where you aim everything towards your Facebook, etc. But you need to put things on Facebook. You need to think about what you're going to say if you do a Periscope, what you're going to put on your YouTube channel, how you're going to build that rapport with people. So this is where you need to be thinking about it. At the moment, we're still building things up to get your business started. We are building a business. You've spent nothing, or next to nothing. What you're doing is building a business that's right for you, okay? Aimed at your customers, at your people, the people that are right for you. One of the things that I should have really covered a bit more depth, but I'll cover in this one, is finding out the person that you want to be aiming to. When I was talking about marketing, etc. in the last video, one of the things that you need to be focused on, especially when you're creating content, is what sort of person you want to be working with. Do you want to be working with somebody who's very out there, full of energy, or somebody very calm and collected? Depends on the product, depending on you personally. It's not something I could decide for you. But equally, what sort of person? Again, is it your person who's coming up to retirement, who's concerned about their pension? Is it somebody who's just left school, who needs some money quickly? What sort of person is it? And there's many, many different variations. For example, if you produce a fitness shake, are you going to be contacting people that are into fitness? Sounds logical, doesn't it? Are you going to be contacting people that are into fitness who ride bikes? Depends on if you ride bikes. And this is all down to the content you're going to create. You want to produce content that focuses on what you know. So, for example, when I talk about blogging, I do blogs. I know about them now. I didn't when I first started. I learned. Okay? If I was to talk about Facebook marketing, I've had to do it. I've learnt about it. That's what you talk about, what you know about. But if you was asking me how to do Twitter, my knowledge is way down there. Yes, I know about Twitter. I know how to post on Twitter, but my Twitter abilities are very, very low. There are people that are way up there. And if somebody came to me asking about Twitter, then yes, I'd know who to guide them to, what training would work for them. But I'm not going to talk in any depth about Twitter. I'll cover them the basics maybe, but I'm not going to talk about the stuff that's up there. Okay? That's how you need to focus your content. Now, content ideas can come from anywhere. They come from literally walking through the supermarket and seeing titles on magazines and thinking, actually, if I change that word, that's a great title for something I could cover. Or perhaps it's the last webinar that you watched. I don't say don't watch webinars, it's just the products. Consider what you're buying with that. But it might be last night's webinar. If you're a member of MLSP, then you know you're getting good products. You know you're getting the right stuff. And if you're not already, there's a link on the bottom of my blog. If you're not watching this on YouTube at the moment, if you're watching it on my blog, or go to my blog and you'll see about MLSP. And I've actually included in there a little taster that you can try. So you can try that out and see how you feel about that. But there are so many different ways to learn about things, but then what you need to do is create some information to pass on to other people. Give them a little bit. There's no way on this earth that you're going to tell them everything you know, because there's always going to be something extra that you learn the following week or the next couple of days. There are always a little bit extra, but you need to put that content out there. If you don't put the content out there, people will not be drawn to you. If they're not drawn to you, they will not be drawn to your blog. If they're not drawn to your blog, you'll never get their contact details and you've got no business. So when you're creating content, whether that be a blog post, some information on Facebook, a YouTube video, whatever it may be, you need to plan what you're going to be doing. This is the boring part. Thinking. Okay, so let's say, for example, you watched a webinar last night and it was all about Twitter. You're not very knowledgeable on Twitter yourself, but you've taken a decent amount of notes. Why not say so? Say, I've just watched a webinar. I've learnt some magnificent stuff on it. Here's what I've learnt. You've got your YouTube video, or you've got your blog post. You could even say, just been doing some training on Twitter, and these are some points that I think you may benefit from. There's different ways of putting it, but what you're doing is passing on information that you know is good information because you didn't know it before. So you've learnt something. You're passing that on, and then people will be drawn to you for the information that you do know about. They may be drawn to you for your business. There are many occasions that people say that their blog, somebody has contacted them saying, I'd like to start working with you. They join up not really knowing what they're joining into because they want to work with the person, you. The point is, people work with people. They don't work with companies. The company may be attracted to them, and for some people that may be wrong. For a small majority that's wrong. But they may join because of the company, but they work with the person. If you've got an upline who you can't get on with, you're 70% more likely to leave in the first year than if you've got an upline that you get on with. Simple as that. So there's reasons why you want to focus on what you know, focus on what you like, and build a business about you to a degree. You're branding you.